This meeting is being recorded.
And she's back. Jeremy doesn't have headphones on today, so we get our proper intro. Welcome, everybody, to the Tilt Report, episode 15. My name is James. His name is Jeremy. And this is our podcast that we do most of the time 3 times a week, sometimes 2 times a week, depending on how bad Saturday gets for both of us. But yeah, should be a fun day. I'm feeling pretty good today. Had a pretty good night's rest last night. I did not have a great mental health day yesterday. I was super over capacity and very mad at everything. But you know, that happens. It is what it is. I feel a lot better today. How are you feeling today, Jeremy?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling well rested. Been watching Masters the past 2 hours. We'll probably watch Masters for the next 5 hours, assuming they don't stop play. But I'm feeling pretty good. Most of my days are pretty good. So today's a regular day.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Most of my days are pretty good too. I don't have very many days like I did yesterday, where I was just super angry and resentful at everything. And it's like nothing really even bad happened. It was just like a whole bunch of like little pins and needles that eventually just popped the fucking balloon, you know? So it is what it is. The one redeeming thing from yesterday is getting to shit post about Brooks Koepka on Twitter
Oh
all day,
my
which
God.
is like, it's the funniest shit on the planet. Like it could not be a funnier timeline, dude. This guy cannot do anything over in live. Like can't compete. 2,700 to win tournaments. Just absolutely the worst over there. And then comes back for a major and just shits on everyone. Just lops it right out of the zipper and just lays it on their shoulder, you know? Like it's just an unfortunate scene over there for the PGA guys. How much Koepka do you have?
I have 0. I have 0%. And so one thing I will say, so he won the live event last week. So he was terrible for the first 2 events of the year and then won the event last week and thus came in at 20% ownership across contests this week because apparently he was back, even though he has his last 4 majors, he's missed the cut twice and finished 55th the other 2 times. His last 2 Masters, he's missed the cut. But apparently, since he won the live event last week, he was an amazing play at 73 or 7,600 or whatever the fuck he was. So I think that's just an added narrative to the tilt that's happening this weekend. Is fish play Brooks Koepka is -12 and currently the leader of the Masters. You know,
He's nuking the slate, dude. But like historically good.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens for day 3 and day 4. I think people they forget that we're not even 50% of the way through the golf yet because of all the weather delays and whatnot. So, but yes, as of right now, he is nuking the slate. Definitely costing me a lot of money right now. I went pretty big, as we talked about on Thursday for the Masters. I've actually had some great lineups. I have like a few in the top 50 for the 55, 100K to first. None of them obviously have Brooks Koepka, so I am really, really hoping that he does not continue this pace.
I like I said, I didn't play this week. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go over and see what the models over at Paydirt said because I didn't do enough. I just ran things and then just kind of like moved away. But let's see what would I have been on? Okay, so where exactly is Koepka in my model? Not very high.
Not very good, probably. Yep.
Is he a good value? No, I'd have played Varner. I'd have played Alex Noren. I'd have played.
Oh, Alex Noren went like +10. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't have played Koepka this week. I just think it's the funniest. It's just the funniest real life instance. All right. Like,
yeah.
From a DFS perspective, I understand that it's like, what the fuck? That it is a super fish play, just crushing it. But from like a real life perspective, This guy has said publicly, he's like, yeah, I really just don't care unless it's a major. And then I practice and I try.
Yeah.
And for him to say that and then just be jack shit over live and then come into a major and just crush, it's like maybe we should have listened to him. Like maybe this guy actually does only practice for majors. And like the villain of the live tour coming over and just dropping it on the faces of everybody over here in PGA, and it's just the best timeline, man. From a real life perspective, there is no better chaos than Brooks Koepka just crushing Rory McIlroy today.
Yeah. I can't say I agree. I mean I hate Brooks Koepka. I
It's
think
so funny, dude. It's so
he's
funny.
an asshole.
You have to remove your emotions from this and look from like a third party perspective, because that's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely a good like script. Like you couldn't script it any better. And then obviously Rory played like shit. He's missing the cut. So the funny thing is Rory and Brooks I think they're friends. Like I think they did some practice rounds together right before the Masters. So yeah, I think there's the media aspect too, where it's a little bit like PGA versus Live is a little bit
That's what
overblown.
it is, yeah.
So I mean anything with the moron media is going to get overblown, and then also the script is out there, so I get it. I get how it's funny. I just I just wish it was someone else. Like if it was like Cam Smith or something, or even DJ, that would have been fun, because they're actually like not bad people, I think. Yeah. But Brooks Koepka is a piece of shit, so it's like, god damn it.
It's so good. Well, I have other good news. I cashed my first baseball slate of the year.
All right, there we go.
I was in like third for a long time, and then the Dodgers just absolutely crushed. So I mean, I ended up doing okay. But that feels good after the start to the year that I've had. So that's nice. Kind of get off the what's that saying? Get off the horse. Get off the
schneid.
Get off the schneid. Thank you. Yeah, get off the schneid. So that feels good. We have two major baseball slates today. We have an early slate that locks at 3:05 my time, 4:05 Eastern. And then we have a main slate that locks at 7:05 p.m. Eastern as well. So pretty nice. There's going to be good contests available for the main slate, the nighttime slate, because there's always better stuff for later. Yeah, baseball has been going well. I think there's hockey today. There was not hockey for whatever reason.
They still play that?
I don't know who's still playing hockey at this point. Like only the mega grinders. NBA was of course hilarious yesterday. Nobody played. There was not a single like actual known player that played yesterday. Luka played like 6 minutes of the first quarter and then fouled out. So we have a 3-gamer at 2:30 today for NBA.
What?
I guess we have a 3-gamer at 2:30, and that is Nuggets Jazz, so a game that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Blazers Clippers, so a game that doesn't matter, and Timberwolves Spurs.
A game that
doesn't matter. So none of the games matter.
At this point, does anything matter?
No, I think the Eastern Conference is for sure locked. I think the Timberwolves want to win this game.
Okay.
The Nuggets, it does not matter. I don't think the Clippers have anything to play for here, but I think the Timberwolves want to win. I don't know. But I know the Eastern Conference is locked. Like we know the Eastern Conference is locked, seats are locked. So I'm very excited to have shit my money over at Osmo or Skotastic, wherever the fuck it is, pay me my $500 when the Celtics get trounced by some team that is worse than them in the first 2 rounds. That's going to be exciting. But I will not be playing any NBA DFS. Anybody who is at this point, just like fucking dude, like remove like self-exclusion. Like you got to just take yourself off DraftKings for a month and just like chill out somewhere.
There were some, there were some not pros, but like some of the established players up top yesterday. I feel like, well, yesterday what happened was the Bucks had like 8 people active, essentially. One of them was Bobby Portis, but they were resting everyone else. But Bobby Portis was active, and 30% of the field played Bobby Portis, thinking that he was going to play when he was not in the starting lineup.
No.
And 30% of the field played Bobby Portis. So I think some of the more established people, I think BP Colonia, whatever his name is, I think he shipped FanDuel, and then he also got third in DK. Some other guys. So I think there's still some edge if you want to grind it, but you're a true sicko.
Look, so when I say that you shouldn't be playing NBA DFS at this point, like I'm talking to the layman's players. I'm talking to the beginners and the intermediates and the people who like play for fun. Like, please do not play at this point. Like,
I agree.
The grinders and the pros, those are the only guys who should be playing NBA DFS at this point. Their skill is so high that they can override the variance that they're going to experience. So that's what I mean. I'm speaking to the people that are like playing like $10 a night or like even $100 a night. Like if you're under like, I don't know, if you're under like $500 a night or something like that for your bankroll, I don't think you should be playing NBA DFS at all in April and like most of March. At least the second half of March. Like that last month, you got better shit to focus on, man. The edge is not there for you.
The amount of time that you have to put in to get the edge, you have to be so in tune with, even some of the things that the coaches are saying or the players are saying, and like, you have to be really, really in tune with everything. So I don't feel it's definitely not worth it for the casual player unless you really enjoy putting in that time to study like rando rotations and all that kind of stuff.
And like, if you want to play for fun, like sure, fucking go do your thing, man. It's all about goals. I think that the issue is, I mean, the biggest issue that people have in DFS, the pure biggest issue that I have, like from like hundreds of coaching sessions at this point, is like people just don't know why they're playing. So many people just straight up do not know why they're playing. I ask them, they're like, okay, well, what's your goal for DFS? Like, what's your goal for this sport season, like baseball or whatever? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I just want to like make a little extra money. And I'm like, that's not a goal. Like that's the most innocuous thing that you could possibly say to that question. Like, if you were to say, I want to make $500 by the end of the MLB season, then that's a goal. Like, that's a plan that you can make. If you want to say, like, I want to make enough money to take my family to Disneyland, like, that's a goal. That's awesome. We can work with that and set something up to where you can do that. But, like, if you don't know why you're playing, if you don't have like a straight up goal for why you're playing, like pros, their goal is to make a living. Like they have a certain structure that they have and a certain lifestyle they have to uphold through DFS. They have goals. People like me, like my goal is mostly just to experiment. But every once in a while, Jeremy, I do have to remind myself that I don't fucking suck at this. And then my goal is to actually win a GPP. And then I do in 2 months. Well, it's always within a 2-month window. And then I go back to not giving a shit. And I just experiment for the rest of the year. All right. So like when I have a goal, I play really, really well. Your goal, you have goals as well. Like your goal is to be able to make a secondary income using DFS. And like you have your process for that. These people don't have goals. And so then they just go into fucking late March NBA and they're like, who should I play? And I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like nobody knows who's going to play. Yeah. Nobody knows who's going to play. So that's my issue with it. I just think that so many people, the biggest problem that people have, especially when it comes to late season sports, is they don't have a goal. And if you don't have a goal, you're never going to be able to make it through the whole season doing something that's consistent.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't have a goal, I think it's a lack of understanding of how difficult it is. Mm-hmm. So they think they can just play random players or play, jam projections or whatever, or pay for a site or pay for coaching and just, make some money. Like, but the thing is, I mean, you can see the stats and, you and I both know it's like 1% of people make money, and that's how it is. So, you have to really be able, you have to want it. You have to want to, and like, that's where the goal comes in. You have to want that goal to actually have any success because you have to put in the time. I put in a lot of time for this. Like you said, like it's a secondary, paycheck for me, essentially. That's what I'm trying to do. I get to pay for vacations and gifts and experiences or whatever with this money. That's my goal. It's made my life better. So I put in the time to do that. I don't just like willy-nilly just throw shit at the wall and hope I make money.
Yeah. So it's just important. That's gonna be like my main. I could use that as my fucking closing thought if I wanted to today. Just fucking have goals, man, and that goes for everything in life. But regardless, don't fucking be playing NBA. Don't play NBA today, man. That's some serious psycho shit unless you're a pro player.
Yeah.
Baseball, we have a showdown at 110 on DraftKings. We have a lock at 305. We have a 2-gamer at 510. Then we have another lock at 605 if you're Central Time. Add an hour to all that shit if you're Eastern
Yeah.
Time. Lots of stuff worth playing on DraftKings for MLB. NHL, we have a 4-gamer in 2 hours. We have a showdown at
2 hours.
we have a 4-gamer at 11:30 with basically no available contests. Like
Nice.
the main flagship is 2K to first. It's 600 people. There's not jack shit. And then there's a showdown at 4:30 Eastern, which has a $10 117 man as the only actual contest. And then there's an 11-gamer at 7 p.m. Eastern with the regular trash contests. You shouldn't be playing NHL at this point either. Like this is kind of an annoying thing. There's no way that they should be prioritizing a 3-game NBA 2:30 p.m. slate over, like, in terms of contest selection, over what we have for NHL. Like the NBA 2-game slate has a 5K to first $5 and a 10K to first 15. Oh wait, no, that's showdown. What do we got for the main? Looks like it's just the $5, and then they have a money ball, which is 333 10K to first. All right. So those are the 2 main tournaments there.
Yeah.
I think that those prize pools alone are higher than the entire prize pool combined for NHL for the main game, for the main slate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
it actually is.
It's self-fulfilling prophecy because the worst contest they put out, no one's going to join them, and then they're like, oh, no one joins NHL, and then,
No. Tragic. So tragic. Probably not really much worth in playing NHL at this point anymore either. We also have Call of Duty today. So Call of Duty, I have projections over at Paydirt. Call of Duty is something that my projections have always crushed. Like we pretty much at every single slate a Paydirt subscriber wins it. So if you're into Call of Duty stuff, come over and get that for Paydirt. And then I think, yeah, we have LEC as well. So we have some League of Legends. So we have a lot of options today. It's a pretty good day for slates. I'm sure, Jeremy, are you going to play some baseball today? Play some baseball?
Maybe. I don't know yet. I guess I could try. What you said? What's the main slate? Is it 6-game, 7-game?
For the main slate, we have a 6-gamer. Yeah.
6-game.
6-gamer.
Okay.
That's a good.
I'll think about it.
Too. I mean, there's the 250. There's 121. The 88 is 10K to first, so that's probably, I'm gonna guess, what you would enter. I'll be in that too. So yeah, pretty good slate. So worth playing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try.
Do we have any follow-ups, any tout drama or anything like that? I don't think we do.
I haven't heard anything. I'm not sure if anyone's reached out to you. But no, I haven't heard anything as of yet. I didn't see. It did seem like Hoop did not hop on the Brick and Overzet podcast, so it is still up in the air. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that we don't really hear much about that.
Probably not.
I would love to, but I haven't seen anything else. I also have not seen anything that is worth really talking about outside of that. So haven't heard anything from the manufacturer drama with DGen 75 either. Haven't heard anything about that. Like, heard nothing about that dude calling him a racist. So it is what it is. We're fucking bored about it. So it's all right. We got plenty of tilt to go with Koepka crushing the Masters, and hopefully one of us banking an MLB slate tonight. So, you got any closing thoughts for the people?
I do want to say, in terms of contests, round 4 showdown for golf should be huge tomorrow, assuming that they get it off tomorrow or whenever they get it off. I hear that there's a 250K to first or 200K to first lotto. They did a 200K to first lotto last year. The buy-in's heavier this year, so I think it might be 250K to first. So if you're looking to play some more PGA, tilt more Brooks Koepka, crushing it, then those are contests for you. But there should be some really good contests for Showdown tomorrow.
I think round 4 showdown is like the best hedge opportunity that you can have.
It's the biggest edge, I think, in all of DFS.
Yeah.
Like,
if you could condense down how you should play it into 3 sentences, what would you say?
Subscribe to ETR and read my article. 2 sentences.
Fucking asshole. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
All joking aside, I do put a lot of work into that article, and I think there is a lot of value. And I do basically like a couple of paragraphs on Showdown, specifically round 4, in my large field GPP article that comes out every Tuesday night. And so, I put like there is definitely edge there. If you want to come join us at ETR Golf, it's a fantastic product. And I really try to put a lot of effort into it to give you all an edge if you're reading.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll have enough clout to get a partnership with ETR. I can provide baseball for them, and they can provide a discount code for Paydirt subs for golf or something. I don't know. Talk to Dink about it, or I'll DM him or something. My closing thoughts are going to be, let's see, what am I thinking about today? I don't really have that good of closing thoughts today. I had a really hard day yesterday. I guess the main closing thought for me is just going to be take care of your mental health and try to fight burnout the best way that you can. I had a really hard day yesterday, mostly because I felt like everything crashed down on top of me in terms of like little things. So it's okay for that to happen every once in a while. Like, make sure that you're reticent of it and make sure that you tell the people that you care about that you might be feeling a little bit like an asshole. That's what I had to do with Margaret yesterday, because I did snap at her a couple times. And I think in a good relationship, you should be understanding of your partner having a hard day, but you should also, as the partner having a hard day, let your partner know that, anything that you say today is not personal, and like you might be a little bit bigger of an asshole than usual, but it's having a hard day. So my closing thought, this has been episode 15 of the Tilt Report with James and Jeremy. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we appreciate all the support, and if you're not a sub over at ETR, go get a subscription over at ETR for the golf product at the very least. They have a very good golf product moving into the off season of the regular sports. And if you are into baseball, then go get a subscription at PaydirtDFS.com. Happy to work with any ETR subs that want to come over, maybe give you a discount code on that. So thank you guys for tuning in. Follow, subscribe, all those kinds of things, and we will hit you up later on the next episode. Peace.
Later.